you're applying online at primeinc.com on your application, make sure when it asks you were you referred to by an active Prime driver, make sure to click on yes. The box below that, make sure to put my driver code, Strexa. Now let's do some trucking.
I just got done getting washed out. Anytime, if you're gonna be pulling tanker, it doesn't matter if you pump off the load with your pump on your trailer, or if the customer pumps off the load. After your trailer gets empty, the next step is that you have to go and get your tanker trailer washed out at a washout. So for instance, after I deliver the load, I'll let my dispatcher know. They'll tell me through the Prime app where I'm going to get the tanker washed out. So after the tanker gets washed out, what you wanna do is you wanna verify that the seal numbers on the back of the trailer and the top of the dome on the trailer, you want to make sure that those seals match the paperwork from the tank wash. So that's what we're going to do right now. Before we jump into this video, make sure you give me that thumbs up, smack that subscribe button. Let's match these seals up. Now, whenever you go to some of these tank washes and you go to check your trailer in to get your trailer washed out after you've been unloaded, they might ask you for your previous bills. They might call it a bill of lading, which is the load that you just delivered. This basically shows the tank wash exactly what product was in there. Now, not every tank wash is gonna ask you for the previous bill of lading, but always keep this available. No matter what tank wash I go to, I always, when I go to check in their office, I keep the previous bills in hand in case they do ask for it. This way I'm not walking all the way back out to my truck to grab it. Every tank wash's paperwork is gonna be a little bit different. Sometimes the tank wash themselves will fill everything out for you. All you gotta do is put your name on the paperwork. And then some tank washes, you have to fill out everything, you know, the company name, you know, the Prime's address, the phone number, your name, your phone number, your tractor number, the trailer number that's getting washed out. It's gonna ask you questions either on the paperwork or they're gonna ask you, you know, what kind of wash do you want? Most of them, on my side anyways, on the inedible tanker side, is gonna be a kosher wash or a food grade wash. With this trailer that I'm getting washed out, the last load I pumped off, so I told them I needed both my hoses washed out and the pump and the trailer. And they did a food grade wash. So they're gonna ask you how many hoses, do you need your pump washed out? So it just depends on, you know, if you pumped off, if the previous customer pumped off and used their pump, then I would just tell them, hey, I need the tanker washed and I need my hoses washed. If the customer ended up using my hoses, if they didn't, I'll just say, hey, I just need the back of the cabinet and the tanker washed out. You always wanna make sure before you leave the tank wash, which I'm literally right across the street. So we're gonna check the seal numbers right now, but you always wanna make sure that the seal numbers on the paperwork that you get from the tank wash match the top of the dome and the back of the cabinet. Because there's been one time since I've been driving with Prime, they had some of the numbers flip-flop on the seals, on the paperwork. So I had to actually go back in after I verified that the seal numbers were off and they had to reprint it up. However, if I did not catch it and I went all the way to the shipper, they could possibly reject my trailer. So always verify your seal numbers after getting washed out, after getting loaded, all that stuff. You just want to always, you know, cover your butt. That's basically what you want to do. All right, now I gotta go. I am gonna double check my seals right now. All right, the first seal we're gonna check to make sure that it matches. So I got seal number 564-1765. Let's go up top and check her. 1766. Yep, 564-1766. The dome seal and the back cabinet seal matches my paperwork. Tank wash is right over there across the street. That's where I got washed out. So I swung back over here to this Quick Trip parking lot, wait for my dispatcher to send me a load. Got about 6 inches of snow overnight. All right, so while I'm waiting, I'm gonna pop this hood. I'm gonna inspect underneath my truck here. So it looks like I need to add a little bit of coolant to my truck. 50-50 coolant here in my coolant reservoir. Woo! And we'll just fill her up just nice and easy. Nice and easy. There we go, and then it just snaps on, and there's a line on here that says minimum, which I made it. I went above the minimum line, so it took about half a gallon. All right, this is the good stuff. This is -30, so just unscrew it. Ta-da! We're gonna add some of this good stuff right here. Oh, it is actually a little bit low. Oh, it's gonna take this whole thing. Oh, nope. Almost took the whole thing. Almost took it off. Is it gonna take it off? Well, I probably put a little bit too much in there, but that's all right. Screw her on there. There we go. Nice and not too tight. Just a little snug there, y'all. Grab that dipstick. All right, then we're just gonna slide her right back in real nice and smooth. Push it all the way down. Wait a second, and then I'm gonna pull her right back out. Oh yeah, she's good. Oil is good. Yeah, so everything is good on here. Close everything back up, just make sure everything's tight. Everything looks good here up underneath the engine, so let's go ahead and close her up. Ta-da! All right. Oh, dang, there we go. So right after a load comes through and I accept it, the first thing that I do before I start rolling anywhere or doing my trip planning is you get stacks of these right here. These are called trip sheets, and you fill one of these out every time that you run a load with Prime. So the first thing that I do is I fill out the trip sheet. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do now. After I fill out my trip sheet, then I'm gonna do my trip planning. So, and then find out exactly, because I need some fuel. So I'm actually gonna find out where the cheapest fuel, the fuel is at. So when Prime sends you a load, Prime does tell you where the best fuel stop is, the cheapest fuel stop. 90% of the time it will be the cheapest fuel, but I always do double check everything through the Prime app, because Prime has a fuel system that's very smart. So I'm gonna see if I can find fuel that's cheaper somewhere else. So we're gonna be hitting this road pretty soon, but I'm gonna fill out my trip sheet, and then I'm gonna do some trip planning, and then we're gonna go and head over to Hammond, Indiana. All right, so I'm literally right around the corner from this shipper. On my, as you can see on my navigation, this road up here that I'm about to turn a left on, it says no trucks, but it's the only way to get in and out of this shipper. All the trucks have to use this road, but it does say no trucks. All right, here we go. Let's bust this left real quick. All right, we're about to pull up here to the shipper right now. Here we go, right here, Wolf Lake Terminals. I'll bust a right and get up in here. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, so this place, Wolf Lake Terminals in Hammond, Indiana, is a pretty huge place. Not one of my favorite places to come to get loaded. We're gonna be getting loaded with some canola oil. But first thing I gotta do is hop on the scale. All right, so I'm gonna go wide on this. And just like last time, only one of the scales is open. So we gotta hop on the scale, call them, give them a pickup number. And then after I give them a pickup number, you see all these trucks over here lined up to the right, they're all in front of me to get loaded. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting loaded on one of these rail carts. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be here for a while. We're just gonna wait for this guy to get off the scale. And then I have to call with my pickup number, which my pickup number is gonna be inside of my Prime app under my load information. Call them, and that's how we get checked in. And then they're gonna have me line up over here where these other trucks, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, and there's some more way up there that y'all can't see, but I could see them. So I'm gonna be here for a minute. So all right, please call from cell. All right, so now I got to give them a ring here.
Hello.
Oh yeah, this is Rex with Prime. I'm here to pick up some canola oil, and I have a pickup number.
What's your pickup number?
I got two. One starts with a 11 and one starts with a 36.
Give me both of them.
Okay, the first one is 1149284414.
The next one?
Yes, it's 36384-81151.
Okay, hold on. Okay, what's your tractor number?
It's 633615.
And your trailer?
MT9886.
Okay, hold on while I scale you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you can pull alongside the rail car. Someone will come out and get your paperwork.
All right, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. Oh, they were super excited to get called. Oh man, it's all good. It is all good. Pretty soon here is I'm actually going to be getting hooked up to one of these rail carts, and that's actually how I'm going to be getting loaded on my tanker. So right now I'm just currently waiting. Now it's starting to kind of snow out here. It's snowing. Oh man. All right, so this truck in front of me, they'll pull up to you here at Wolf Lake Terminal in like a pickup truck, and they'll just wave their hand at you and tell you, follow me, basically. So
I'm following this guy in front of me in this Chevy pickup truck to go around to start getting loaded. Yeah, this is not the my favorite place to get loaded at. Man, these roads these roads are just bad, man. Go slow. All right, so last time I had to pull in front of them. All right, let me cut it a little wide here. All right, here we go. After they load me, then I'll have to hop back on their scale, and then they'll give me my paperwork, and then I'll be on my merry way. So it looks like this guy's already got everything set up. You want the back of my trailer right here? All right, I got you, bro. Yep. All right, now I can go ahead and pull my parking brake. And now we just wait for them to load up the tanker. And they're loading it over here off the rail cart. Yeah, it is snowing. Make sure to get you some gloves. Like I said, I'm a sissy when it comes to this cold. So right now I'm just currently waiting to get loaded. And yeah, this is exactly where you get loaded at. When you come here, you just follow them to one of these rail carts, wherever they tell you to, line up to, and they'll start hooking it up. They'll start pumping you off. Then after I get loaded, I'm gonna hop back on their scale, and then I'm gonna park and wait again for them to bring me out my paperwork. So I'm gonna get back in my truck, man, because yeah, it's cold out here. Real cold out here. Yeah, snowing pretty good. Yep. But as I'm heading over to the receiver down in Meta, Missouri, the snow's gonna stop. So, but yeah, it's snowing just a little bit. It's supposed to be snowing all day here. So, all right. So if y'all are wondering why I got a hard hat on now, it's because I just talked to this guy who's loading me right now, and I asked him if I could do some recording of the process here of how they pump off, and he just said if I had a hard hat. So we good. They hook up with one of these pumps. It's like a gas powered pump, and they hook up their hoses, and as you can see, it's pumping off on the inside of my trailer. So they have the hoses all hooked up, and it's running right off of this pump right here. And then once they're done loading it, they're gonna close the valve on the trailer, seal it up, put the seals on it, and then we good to go. Yeah, in case you guys were wondering why all of a sudden I got a hard hat on, is because I actually went and talked to the guy. He's sitting here in the back of the truck, just keeping an eye on the pump and everything, and every few minutes he gets out of the truck and he checks the top of the dome to see where the level is for the canola oil inside my tanker. And so I went over there and talked to him, and he just told me, he asked me if I had a hard hat. So we got to have a hard hat here, so make sure to grab you one of these hard hats. I bought this at the Prime store in Springfield. It was $14.50. So you could order you one online. I just got a basic white one because some of these shippers and receivers, they will require you to have a hard hat or a reflective vest. Prime does give you a free reflective vest whenever you start doing their PSD CDL school training, so you will get one of those reflective vests for free. So, all right, so he just came up to my window and said I'm all good. He gave me the thumbs up. All right, back on the scale we go. All right, so now I gotta call him again.
Wolf Lake.
Oh yeah, this is Rex with Prime. I just got loaded with some canola oil.
Okay, are you 633615?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hold on one second. Okay, go ahead and park by this rail cars and someone will be with you.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
So now I'm gonna park back over here where I was, and somebody will come out and bring me my paperwork. All right, so I never been to this receiver here. This is my first time here at this receiver. Diamond Pet Foods in Meta, Missouri. In my load notes, it said that I have to go to one place to get a scale ticket and to get checked in and weighed in. Then I have to go to another building to get unloaded.
Now turn right and then turn left onto West 4th Street.
All right, so it looks like I see a sign that says Diamond Pet Foods truck scale. So this is what it told me in the load notes.
Now turn left and then you will reach your destination.
No, I gotta make a right. I gotta get on the scale.
You have reached your destination. The destination is on your right.
I'm in a very small town. I think it's like 200 or 300 people here. All right, so we'll just follow the sign. It says Diamond Pet Foods truck scales. Like I said, I never been here before. Oh, and it looks like there's a couple other truckers here in front of me. So it looks like there's two scales. One says scale number 1, raw material, scale number 2, freight. So once these dry vans or reefer trucks pull up,
I believe I'm going on this scale on the left. All right, so I believe it's the raw material. So all right, it says drivers pull on the scale and stay in your truck. Someone will come to you with a scale ticket and information.
How we doing?
Hey, what's up, boss? I got some canola oil.
Alright, you know where you're going over there?
This is my first time here.
Pull directly across the street and circle around. Actually, let me get you.
All right, thank you.
Looks like we're gonna have to put you in tank 6, which is right over here. So you're actually gonna want to come in the opposite way, make a left at it, come out.
78,100 pounds.
You're gonna be pulling the opposite way of everybody else. So you're gonna take out of here, make a left, come down here, make this first right, then this next right. You're back, you're pull into the plant and all that stuff. You're gonna circle around. You're going just right there.
But I gotta get around.
Yeah, you gotta turn around the other way.
Do you know if y'all are unloading me or am I pumping off?
I think you'll have to pump off. No, that one's got a pump over there.
Okay. I didn't know because this is my first time here, so.
Yeah. You'll have to hook it up and everything, but it's got a pump right there.
I just hook my hoses up?
Yeah, you
okay.
Have to use your pump. But yeah, you'll pull around and you'll want to get as close to the building as you can. Okay. Your back end's going to be pretty close to the tank.
Okay, I got you, no problem.
Pull, hopefully, to where other trucks can still get around you.
I'll make it clean, and then when I'm done, obviously I'll come back and then I'll get my paperwork.
Yep, and he'll come over. He'll be over there to help you hook up and get sand.
All right, I'll pull over there and wait. Thank you.
Yep, you're good to go.
All right, so we're gonna swing her around and line her up. All right, so I got to make a bunch of rights and go around. Well, I'm glad that I don't have to pump off because this, when you're running loads, like it won't tell you if you're pumping off or the customer's pumping off. So that's why I asked him, because I didn't know if I was actually going to be pumping off. Canola oil tank right there. I'll squeeze as close as I can over here so people can still get out. Once you're lined up and you know where you're getting unloaded, you want to pull your trailer brakes to drop the bags. Let your foot off the brake. You're going to give that a minute so that way the tanker drops and all the air comes out of the bags. And as your bags are dropping, it's slowly pushing your truck forward and you'll feel a little jiggle. You'll feel a little jiggle wiggle. Airbags have dropped all the way. Now we're going to pull the parking brake. Give it a little jiggle jiggle. Let's get a little chilly out here. I left my tin snips in my other tool bag. Oh, look at that. Care if I use that to cut the top?
You go right ahead.
I'll bring them right back. I'll have to give me a pair of these cutters right here. All right, there we go. Shoot, I'm gonna have to get me some of those right there. This is the biggest seal I've seen on one of these. Oh, I'll need it one more time. Thank you, sir. Something in there to hold it. Put these shivs here on the back side of this hose, like so. on that bad boy right there. I just shim everything up just in case. So real quick. We just want to shimmy it up like this. All right, now that it's cracked, there we go. Dome's vented, valves open on the back.
So it's ready to go?
It's ready to go, sir. Okay. Now we just wait. I'm gonna have to buy me a set of them cutters. Now we just wait. Whew, man, it is getting cold out here. All right, so I'm finished getting unloaded. The trailer's empty. I already started taking off my hoses because this guy came and knocked on my window. He's like, hey, my tank is full. So I got pretty much everything disconnected. Last thing I gotta do is I gotta take my fitting off of here. There we go. Throw that seal back there. We'll put the cap on it. Just put the hose right back in here. There we go. All right, take that shim out of there. There we go. We'll close her up. And we just gotta put this hose back in here. Gotta put my fitting back. Now we gotta go up to the top and secure the dome and the lid. All right. See, now she's empty. Ta-da! All right. Now, if you wanted to, you could just tighten one of them like this and close it up. You don't have to tighten them all. All right, there we go. So we're all disconnected, lid is secured, the back of the cabinet is secured, so everything's good. So yeah, this load's done. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back over here, and I'm actually gonna be hopping on their scale over here across the street, and then they're gonna give me my paperwork, and then we're done. So thank you so much for checking out my video. Make sure to give me that thumbs up, smack that subscribe button, and let's keep on trucking.